Hello friends, James Corbett here, corbettreport.com, and friends, we need to talk, because I do find it somewhat frustrating that every time I bring up the topic of search engine blacklisting or search engine algorithm manipulation, the commentary that I receive, the feedback that I receive on that analysis is invariably some variation of, oh, but I found that if I type in Century of Enslavement, History of the Federal Reserve by James Corbett in quotation marks into the YouTube search engine, then it'll be the 57th result, and it'll be, a copy of your documentary on someone else's channel, but I can find it. And that's well and good. And I should stress that there is an importance to people being able to figure out how to find a piece of information that they know is out there, that they are specifically looking for, as the search engines become more and more manipulated, and it becomes more and more difficult to find verboten thought crime content online. That will be an important skill. But it misses the bigger picture. It misses the real point of search engine algorithms and manipulation and where we are heading with all of this, because newsflash, we tend to think of searching in the terms of what we do today, the way that we interact with computers as they exist now, which may even mean just you sitting down at a desktop computer and physically typing in search terms and scrolling through results and choosing the result that you want, or deciding, oh wait, I better add this keyword so that I get a more refined result, or whatever it is. A process that you are actively engaged in and giving feedback to and manipulating yourself in order to find the right thing that you're looking for. Which, by the way, why are you looking for a specific piece of information? It's probably because you already know that it exists out there. What if you don't know that it exists out there? What if you are a newbie, a neophyte, and you hear people talking about the Federal Reserve and you're just typing Federal Reserve into a search engine? How would you even know to refine that result in this way or that in order to achieve a certain result? And that's the way that we interact with computers today, sitting down at a desktop or maybe scrolling through a Fondle slab and doing a similar process. But as I say, newsflash, that is not the way you are going to be interacting with computers a decade from now, let alone 2 or 3 decades down the line. Everything that the big tech giants are doing is preparing us for a state in which we will not be actively inputting information via keystrokes into a device. These devices are going to be more and more unobtrusive. They're going to become wearables and hearables and other things that are attached to us in one way or another. Eventually it will be embedded directly into us, but in the meantime there will be some version of that where we are allowed to have these devices that do our thinking for us. Alexa and Siri and whatever Google's assistant is, and all of these are just the beginnings, the tiptoeing into that totalitarian minefield of the future, where we do not have control over our devices to the same extent that we do right now. And we are being prepared for that future. A future in which we are not sitting there typing search terms in and selecting something from a feed of results. We are being delivered an answer, a singular answer from the search engine, which by that point will have enough data on us and have enough AI algorithms programmed into it that it thinks it knows what information we want, or at the very least it will tell us what information we should be wanting, and it will give us precisely one search result. You think I'm joking about this? No, this is Google's admitted, on the record, stated intention for the future of search, where receiving multiple different search results that you can scroll through and select from is not a feature, but a bug.
And what my question is leading to is, help us understand where's the future of search going?
Well, when you use Google, do you get more than one answer? Of course you do.
Yeah, of course.
Well, that's a bug.
Yeah.
we have more bugs per second in the world. Because we should be able to give you the right answer just once. We should know what you meant. You should look for information. We should give it exactly right, and we should give it to you in your language. And we should never be wrong.
Yes, that is the future that we're heading into, a future where we do not have control over the search results in any form whatsoever. We will simply be handed answers. And we're starting to see that with devices like Alexa, where you ask a question and it gives you an answer. And that's the future of search. That is why search engine algorithm manipulation is so crucial, so utterly, completely crucial to the future of humanity. I am not overstating things. This really will be the determinant factor in what information exists in the future, let alone what information we can access. And one way to get a handle on that, I'm not sure if you've been following the Google Insider information that the Project Veritas has been putting out recently, but one of the documents that insider leaked shows that Google's end goal for this search engine algorithm manipulation is the programming of humans themselves.
Other internal documents expose Google's hopes for ML fairness. Training data are collected and classified. Algorithms are programmed. Media are filtered, ranked, aggregated, and generated. People, like us, are programmed. Sounds like social engineering, not search querying.
Yes, they are programming us by feeding us certain search engine results. And of course, that programming process does not happen overnight. It does not happen all at once. It is a process that will take time. But I can almost guarantee you that a decade further down this road, down this path, your opinions, your ideas about the world will have been shaped by the results that you are getting when you are searching for this or that piece of information, whether you're conscious of it or not. And it really does worry me that other than one YouTube channel that I can think of off the top of my head, I'm not sure anyone really comprehends this future and what the real significance of it. And that YouTube channel that I'm referring to is, of course, TruthStream Media, that has put out some great videos around these subjects, including the AI Oracle and the future of one-shot answers, that goes into this in great detail and breaks down these new devices that will shape the way that we interact with information, and to really stop us from being able to ever encounter thought crime information. And that's the bigger picture. That's the road that we're heading down. And so it is important for the moment that you know the ways around, and you can use this or that search engine, and you can search for this result, and you can add these keywords and things to find the information you're looking for. Great. But let's look at the bigger picture of this. This is ultimately about shaping you as a human being, as in terms of what you know or what you think you know about the world, the way you interact with the world. That is all coming, and it's coming in the very near future. And so few people seem aware of it, even people who are following the independent media and have some grasp of the importance of information and our access to it. I still don't think enough people are aware of this. So please check out the show notes and look at some of the examples that we've talked about here today, and some of the other things that I'll throw in there around this topic, including my Film Literature in the New World Order podcast from several years ago on the Library of Babel. Extremely important information. Extremely important. It could not be more central to the future of our ability to interact with wrong-think information at all. Because the crackdown is not simply a censorship at the level of we'll take your website offline, or we'll take your YouTube channel down. No, they will make it so this information literally cannot be found, and eventually this information literally will not be able to be thought. That is the bigger picture of this, and I hope that more people will start to pick up on this. Anyway, that's going to do it for today. James Corbett, corbettreport.com.